I'm a Gemini and I really believe in like that multiple personality thing that Geminis have. So I really do think like sometimes Serena is out like full throttle and she just wants to be like, hey, you know what I mean? And then like Alex is more like, hey guys, don't look at me. Please don't look at me. But Alex is more like horny, but like, so Serena will, okay, like Serena will fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'll like for example, like if I see a really hot guy, like I'll be like, oh my god, you're so fucking hot. Alex is more like a little shy with it.
So you don't really, if you wake up in the morning, you're not either or, right? You're not like, so what does Alex want to do today? Well, I don't know, Serena. You don't
No,
do that, right?
I don't talk to myself. That's
Oh, okay.
that's a little psycho.
Yeah, that'd be a little crack.
But no, like sometimes it's just like I'll wake up like antisocial and it's more like, okay, yeah, it's Alex today.
When I watch videos like this, I'm reminded just how important it is for men today to seriously vet the mental health of the women they choose to engage with. Here, we have a woman openly discussing her multiple personalities as if they're separate people, not fictional characters, but real, tangible identities she switches between. And what's most concerning is that she expresses no recognition of the psychological risks involved. From a psychological standpoint, this shows signs of deep dissociation, the fragmentation of the self. While dissociative identity disorder is rare and complex, even the casual normalization of fragmented identities is dangerous in intimate relationships. Why? Because accountability becomes impossible. When someone doesn't feel like one unified person, it's very easy for them to disown their own actions. That wasn't me. That was another part of me. This mindset erodes trust, stability, and emotional safety in a relationship. And if you're a man entering into a partnership with someone operating in this fragmented way, you're not dealing with a single consistent person. You're dealing with unpredictability, rationalizations, and sometimes even emotional manipulation, whether intentional or not. Layer on top of that the fact that this person works in an environment like the adult industry, an environment that often encourages emotional detachment and the commodification of intimacy. And what you have is a situation that's very unlikely to foster a healthy, lasting relationship. It's critical for men to realize you cannot build something stable with someone who does not have internal stability. It's not about judgment. It's about discernment. Mental health matters. Emotional regulation matters. A consistent self-concept matters. Men must stop romanticizing instability or viewing it as interesting or edgy. Instability is not excitement, it's chaos, and it's almost always a predictor of future harm to both parties. Protect your peace. Prioritize emotional health, not just hers, but yours as well. Because you can't save someone who doesn't even think there's a problem to begin with.
The way a woman treats you, 9 out of 10 times, is directly tied to your willingness to tolerate fuckery. If she knows you ain't going nowhere, she's gonna continue the bad behavior. But if she knows that she'll lose you doing dumb shit, she gonna be on her best behavior. Just that a lot of guys don't wanna fucking, take that first step and say, fuck this. That's how you gotta move. You literally have to go move like, fuck this chick, man. And be willing to walk away. That's the only thing they respect.
Walk away.
Let's break it down. Why do women treat some men like garbage, walk all over them, lose respect, and eventually disappear or cheat? It all comes back to one thing: leverage. In this world, especially in modern dating, respect isn't just given, it's negotiated through your value. And in that negotiation, financial leverage and options are your biggest tools as a man. A man without options becomes a servant. He puts up with disrespect. He tolerates bad behavior. He walks on eggshells to avoid losing the only woman he thinks he can get. And she knows it. She feels it. Women are biologically wired to test men, to push boundaries, to find the limits of your strength. And if you don't have the means or mindset to walk away, you already lost. Financial leverage means you're not trapped. It means you can enforce standards. If she acts out, disrespects you, starts treating you like an option, you can actually leave. Not just threaten it, do it. And the only men who can actually follow through are the ones who are independent, who've built a life for themselves, who don't rely on a woman to feel validated or supported. Too many guys enter relationships like beggars instead of buyers. They come in with nothing. No money, no purpose, no self-respect. And then they wonder why they're not treated like kings. You can't expect queen treatment when you're living like a pawn. But here's the twist. It's not just about money. It's about options. Financial success gives you options, and options give you freedom. When a woman knows you have other women who would line up to be in her spot, you instantly command more respect. She's not going to treat you like trash when she knows she's replaceable. Now, that doesn't mean you treat her like she's worthless. It means you carry yourself with the confidence of a man who chooses a woman, not one who needs her. You reward good behavior and walk away from chaos. That's what being masculine in today's world looks like. Discipline, independence, and standards. Bottom line, if you don't have your money right, if you don't have your purpose locked in, and if you're not actively building options, you're going to keep losing. You're going to keep getting disrespected, because in the marketplace of modern dating, you're either the prize or the placeholder. And the difference is leverage.
The reason why I blame men for why women cheat, and I'll always say it's your man's fault, and you guys get really upset with me and be like, no, she's got no morals, she's got no morals. That same woman is very loyal to somebody else in her life, and she will be. She's just not loyal to you. Women that are dealing with men that are too passive, that are the most disloyal. It's the women that are dealing with the nice guy. It's the women that are dealing with the man that can't set boundaries. A man that comes to me who's been cheated on, he will tell me, I never stopped her from doing anything. I allowed her to go on holidays whenever she wanted. I allowed her to come home whenever she wanted. She could post whatever she wanted on Instagram, and she still cheated on me. And I say to them, duh. And it's because men haven't understood the psychology of women. Yes, we say we want freedom, but really we need boundaries. And when we don't have any, what will happen is you'll attract women that want complete and utter freedom. Women who want freedom don't want commitment, they don't want compromise, and they don't want to be loyal to their partner. Women that don't want complete freedom, but actually want some boundaries on what the relationship looks like because they enjoy compromise. They enjoy meeting each other in the middle. They enjoy spending time together. So those women are less attracted to a man that just has an open door policy where you can just do whatever you want.
This video is a perfect example of something that red pill men have been saying for years. Women, in many ways, operate just like children when it comes to testing boundaries. Now, that might sound harsh, but let's break it down in a way anyone can understand. Think back to being in school. What happened every time there was a substitute teacher? The class went wild. Why? Because the substitute walked in assuming the best, expecting the kids to be respectful, responsible, and cooperative. But the kids? They knew the game. They tested the sub. They pushed, poked, talked back, and disrupted. Not because they were evil, but because they could. The regular teacher didn't have that problem. Not because the kids were better behaved with her by nature, but because she knew not to trust them blindly. She had rules. She enforced them. She understood the nature of the classroom. Now apply that to relationships. Men who walk into a relationship expecting that a woman will simply appreciate kindness, honesty, loyalty, and stability. They're playing the part of the substitute teacher. They think being nice is enough. They think being consistent and loving will win her over. But just like those kids in the classroom, women test, constantly. Not because they're evil or broken, but because that's part of their nature. Especially in the modern world, where boundaries are blurred, masculinity is demonized, and women are told they are the prize no matter what they bring to the table. The reality is, women don't want a man who plays by the rules they set. They want a man who knows how to set his own rules and enforce them. A man who has standards and doesn't fold when she acts out. Because once she senses that you don't have boundaries, once she realizes you're the substitute teacher trying to win her approval, she'll take advantage of it, even if it's subconscious. That's why we see so many stories of women walking all over nice guys and then crying on TikTok about how they're now stuck with toxic men. It's because they never respected the nice guy to begin with. He was too easy, too trusting, too available. He didn't demand anything of her. And that's exactly why she walked away. What's insane is how modern culture expects men to live in this state of constant hypervigilance. You can't just be a good man anymore. You have to be a strategic man. You have to be on alert. You have to know the games. You have to read her tone, study her behavior, catch the manipulation in the subtext, anticipate the emotional swings, all while still being expected to provide, protect, and perform. And if you don't, You're either labeled weak, controlling, insecure, or disposable. The truth is, men today are forced into a rigged game. They're told to be respectful, but never authoritative, to be attentive but not controlling, to be emotionally available, but never show emotional weakness. All while women get to test, pull away, provoke, and cry, foul the second a man enforces any standard. So the lesson is simple. Stop trying to be liked. Start being respected. Don't be the substitute teacher. Don't walk into relationships assuming she'll behave because you're being good to her. Walk in knowing that she will test you and that it's your job not to fail. Because unlike children, you can't send her to the principal's office when things go sideways. You're the principal now. You're the authority. And if you don't act like it, don't be surprised when she takes over the classroom and burns it down.